What's up, family? I'm back. I know it's been long. I'm gonna do a recap of everything, but first of all, shout out to Lamelo Ball. Happy birthday! It's your birthday today. Wish you a happy 20th birthday. Good for you, young blood. Keep doing your thing. And now, first we gotta deal with the Lamelo Ball situation about school. I don't find anything offensive in what Lamelo said. What he said is pretty much simple. In his perspective, he thinks like school doesn't really help him because he really had made it to a certain extent of reality. Moreover, he actually ended up realizing that school's not a beneficial thing to help his career. I think to summarize, I'll say LaMelo thinks that school isn't beneficial for some people, and school just because if we're being realistic, there are many programs or degrees that are not really helpful in modern day. So we really have to be realistic about our choices. That's what I feel like he's saying. Although I will agree that he's talking from his own experience, but if we're really being real, like there are many programs that doesn't really help in a certain extent, but there are programs that also helps if you're really looking for a job in the future or a career or something. That's what I think is being interpreted. But back to what we really gotta look at. So free agency happened and Lonzo Ball went to the Bulls. Now I'm not even gonna talk about just Lonzo. Like the Bulls actually have a great squad this year. And let's start with Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, Alex Caruso, and all of these guys have actually been on a team that actually fits them. My question is the fit. I'm still questioning the fit here. Like, who's gonna be what? Because we already know what Lonzo's gonna do. He's gonna be the facilitator. Okay, what is Demar gonna do? Because what Demar can do, Levine can do. What Demar can do, Vucevic can do a little bit of that. So now it's like make it make sense. Like now everything is messed up. Like who's doing what? I love the Rosen. Like in all of my Raptors players, I've never heard of Vince Carter even before DeRozan, but Vince Carter would be my favorite Raptors player if I actually have ever heard of him from the jump. But because I didn't when I was watching the Raptors, DeRozan was my favorite. But since after hearing from Vince about Vince Carter is my favorite. Then, but because I was watching in the 2015s or so, 2013, my bad, I said 2015, 2013, I would say DeRozan is my favorite. It was just electric. But the problem is he's a choke artist in the playoff. Like let's stop. Let's stop the nonsense. He's a choke artist in the playoff. To make matters worse, DeRozan would really flog going in the playoffs. So I hope that's fixed because the Bulls would run most of the offense through Alonzo as the playmaking option, and everybody else just being them. So everybody else better be ready to score. Caruso better be ready to score. DeRozan better be ready to score. Lonzo's finally in a situation that actually helps his career. So I'm not gonna if I'm gonna even say it, Lonzo's not gonna be an all-star this year. But most improved player, he has a shot at it. There's a reason why he's not gonna be an all-star. I'm not gonna act like he's an all-star caliber player. I've said it that Lamelo has all-star written on him. Lonzo also does to a certain extent, but you need to look at the roster. If it was Charlotte, I would say like easily. If it was in Charlotte, I would say easily it would be an all-star because Borrego would know. Okay, Lonzo is the number one option on the playmaking end. Melo's the number one scoring option. Jello's the second scoring option. If they were all starting, that is. Since Jello will be a role player, we ain't even gonna see him start. So cancel that out. Now, today we're gonna be focused on the Bulls and the Hornets. Now, I'm gonna discuss the Pelicans too because I'm not gonna trip off. But let's start with the team that actually lost the free agency, the Pelicans. You see, y'all always complain about Devontae Graham, this, Devontae is this. Let me tell y'all something. You want to know the sad truth? Devontae Graham is a horrible defender. If you really think he improved your team, you're lying to yourself. I'm not gonna hate on a player because he did something bad as a leader. Like, look, Devontae's stats. This is Devontae's points per game. I don't know the full stats, but I'll tell you his points per game. 14 points. Then this man averaged similar points to Lonzo. You wanna know that? 14 point something points per game. You can go look it up. That's a downgrade, right? His 2 point percentage keeps regressing every year. I'm not gonna say Lonzo's a good interior finisher. Lonzo now has the spacing for him to attack the basket. Let me tell you, what pisses me off about Lonzo is that whenever he drives to the rim, he just passes the ball off, which pisses me off because I'm like, my guy, they literally leave the paint open because they know you don't attack, my guy. Like, put the fear in their hearts like you usually do in LA. Like, LA Lonzo would go at you. It would dunk that ball. It will go inside that paint and catch a body. Noel Alonso is just I don't know, man. Like, it's like I don't know. I hope that change. I hope we see UCLA Lonzo that's not scared to attack the basket. That can do a little bit of everything, but his number one skill is playmaking. This is the same man that literally passed a ball through a car window in a matter of minuscules of seconds. This is the same guy. This is the same guy that won Summer League MVP, and his team won the Summer League championship. This is the same guy. The last person to win Summer League MVP that we ever known of was Damian Lillard in 2013 with the Trailblazers. So we gonna act like that's nothing. This season, here's what I want from Lonzo. You said you want to be an All-Star. You said it yourself to Shams Charania. KD also made an analysis interview. I'll put that all in the link. I'll put the KD analysis because it's an Instagram post. I'll put the KD analysis on Lonzo for you to really see what KD said about Lonzo because I don't remember what he said, but he does said one thing that Lonzo's a problem. Apart from that, the birthday boy, I don't really need to say much about him, but let's start with the Bulls. I've started the Pelicans. Devontae Graham defensively is gonna hurt your team, regardless of whether you have defenders or not. You have to play zone defense. And Zion, this is the thing people don't understand about Zion Williamson. When I first watched Zion's rookie season, you know what Zion was really good at? Transition defense. He was a great transition defender. He will usually make up when he and Lonzo were playing. He will usually make up for the transition defense that Lonzo used to really struggle at first before he really got everything together. He usually make up for the transition defense. Like Zion, this is the same Zion that will be there to just stop the shot in transition. And next thing you know, Lonzo runs the offense. This is the same Zion that said that, hey, Lonzo makes the offense smooth. I wish Lonzo stayed in NOLA, but he will make the smartest decision for himself. This is Zion's words. Forget what everyone really thinks. Those are Zion's words. For those Pelicans fans saying Zion didn't want Lonzo and Nola, you're sleeping on yourself. You know who's really hurt right now that Lonzo left to the Bulls? Zion. Because he knows them lobs that he used to get easily, them free lobs, is bye bye. Yeah, those lobs are gone because you don't see them Zion slam. It's gonna be hard because I don't know how Devontae Graham is gonna make up for what Lonzo did. Defense. Off ball play. Um, yeah, I think I've touched on that. Three things. I forgot the third one, but three things Lonzo was good at are the Pelicans' biggest weakness right now. Playing off ball. Then Devontae needs to be good off ball. He needs to be a good defender, and he's not. He can't defend to save his mama's life. I'm not trying to hate Devontae Graham. Offensively, he's a beast. Inside scoring, he's horrible. Forget it. There's a statistic that when I looked at the chart, it even said that Devontae Graham is the worst finisher in the NBA. Lonzo's not even on the list yet. We don't even talk about Lonzo on that list. The worst finisher, Devontae Graham. I want to laugh, but I can't. But you know what, Nola? Good luck. I already gave y'all the final season grade. I'm still gonna touch on the Pelicans. I'm not because I hate the Pelicans or something, because of Zion Williamson. I really like him. I really like the way he plays. I really like his style of play. I really feel like he's gonna be a great player in the future if he really keeps doing his thing. So I'm only gonna watch the Pelicans because of Zion. Everybody else can kick rocks. Devontae Graham can kick rocks. Okay? So instead of two NBA teams or three, I'll be watching 4 or 5. That is the Lakers, the Hornets, the Pelicans, the Bulls, and the Raptors. 5. But I also watch what's presented to me, so I don't just watch them games. The reason why I want to watch those games closely is because I want to see each player's development. Lonzo, Scotty Barnes, Zion Williamson, uh, the big three with Russell Westbrook, AD, and Braun, and Devontae Graham and Zion. So that's it. So in all, this season I'm not even gonna raise my expectation on Lonzo being an all-star or Lonzo being trash or not. Lonzo's not a trash player. I think he has the potential of an all-star. According to ESPN, I used to roast him. They even called him a future all-star. I literally looked at his career projections. So don't think I don't do my research. I literally went on their website. I literally looked at the career projections for each player. Mr. Glass, rotation player. Lonzo Ball, future all-star. Lamelo Ball, great prospect. So many things you see in there. I'm gonna check for Kate Cunningham and Scotty Barnes after, but right now I just want to see what I'm only gonna watch the Pelicans because of Zion. I don't really give a damn about anybody else on that team. Them boys are doo-doo ass cheeks. Josh Hart is the only second best player on that team. They can kick rocks. Brandon Ingram, I don't really give a damn about you. You're a lost cause. Anyways, all in all, the Hornets are the next team that's the focus today. Just sign Jello Ball, bro. I don't even care which contract they want to give him. Just sign Jello Ball. Two-way, main roster, who cares? Let's put him there, man. Because two-way, yeah, that's gonna be great. He's gonna be in the G League, he's gonna get an NBA shot. Fine. G League contract, sure. NBA contract, sure. I don't care. Just put Jello on your team. Jello would improve the offense, and the 3-point shooting that Devontae Graham is gonna make up for that. He's gonna make up for Monk's off-ball play, because people don't understand that last season, Monk, Lamelo, and Hayward were the top scorers for Charlotte. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm Dick Rod and Lamelo and the rest of them boys, you're sleeping. You're still drunk. 3 players were the top scorers. Even though they made up for 44% of the scoring, if you really divide the rest of the team, you'll still realize they were the top scorers. Because if you divide the remaining 50-something percent and divide it to the rest of the team, you realize 3 players making up for most of your scoring is a big bad play. It means as much as because I'm hearing rumors that Terry Rozier is on the trade block. I don't want Rozier to go because Rozier, without Rozier, where's the clutch scoring? Now you're gonna rely on the franchise, the prodigal son, Lamelo Ball, to be a clutch scorer. And I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying that are you gonna do that, or would you say, you know what, we're gonna make Rozier the main scorer on the team? Because you struck out on Lonzo, where you could have traded Rozier for Lonzo. Because to get Lonzo Ball, you need to trade Rozier. You could even add Devontae Graham to the mix, but Rozier's the main person you got to trade, and Mr. Glass to free up the contract space. So if you can't trade Mr. Glass, you can't get Lonzo Ball. Let's be real. And if you're wondering who Mr. Glass is, we all know who Mr. Glass is. You gotta trade Mr. Glass, who's paid 120 mil, so that you free that 120 mil. You're able to, because look at it like this. Even if Charlotte, if I'm being real, in order to give Lamelo a max extension, you need to get rid of Mr. Glass. As much as I would like the dude, if you're wondering why I call the dude Mr. Glass always get hurt, bro. You gotta trade or reduce the man's contract or something. Mr. Glass is just a liability on the defensive end for this team. You gotta get rid of Mr. Glass if you want to repay Lamelo and pay him a max contract. If that's the case, Luka made history being the only rookie in NBA history to be paid a max contract after his rookie deal. The only one. Mr. Glass gotta go for Lamelo to be repaid because Charlotte already put themselves in a logjam. You have to free up space because knowing Charlotte, their tactic is let's be cheap. So if you really want to be cheap and repay your franchise and get an ROI, aka return on investment, you really need to really do this. Okay, we drafted Lamelo, we invested on him, we're gonna make him our prospect for the future. Okay, Lamelo now developed into an all-star superstar player. Now it's signing day, 2024 offseason with Lamelo. Uh, I forgot his name. He plays for the Kings. Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey, Obi Toppin, all these guys. Maybe even Devin Booker we can throw in that bit. He's gonna be a free agent. So now you're stuck. You're stuck with somebody that's supposed to be a free agent. And now you're the top. Remember, Curry was. I'm not sure who's on that free. But the 2024 free agency class is packed. It's going to be packed. Patrick Williams will be a free agent in 2024. So now you're stuck with, okay, Patrick Williams is there. LaMelo is there. Onyeka Okongwu is there. Charlotte, it's time to really be real with yourself. If you really want to repay LaMelo and pay him a max contract, if that's what you want to do, Mr. Glass got to go. As much as I would like Mr. Glass to be on that team, to be the scoring option, he's got to go. If you want to repay LaMelo Ball. But moving on to Chicago, our final team of the day, Chicago Bulls. All I want Lonzo to do is just reconstruct and restructure the UCLA zone. Forget what Apollo Zoe or we've seen the rise of Apollo Zoe, but we want to see UCLA Zoe back. You know, the playmaker, the floor general, the guy that gets everyone going. We need to see that back. We've seen glimpses of that, but we need to see the real UCLA Zo. Because the way that they're making it in the media and the Bulls are making it seem like you're like, yeah, Alonzo's gonna be our playmaker. If that's the case, here's what I want Lonzo to average. And I'm gonna be realistic. I'm not this type of ball fan that likes to that you always see that, oh, he did cries all three like nah. Hear me out. Me talking about Jeremy Lin is not because I really like to do it's just because I'm really saying that if you really listen to my video, I said if what he's saying is true. But in this case, and me saying, oh, Jeremy Lin being a good option for the Bulls, he's a backup option. You could give him like 2, 3 minutes a game. That's fine because that's what he was. That's the average minutes he was having in Toronto to win a ring. Now we move back to the Bulls. DeRozan is not going to be the main scoring option. Levine is. DeRozan is going to be the third scoring option. Vucevic is going to be the second scoring option. And Alonzo is going to be the fourth. I don't give a fudge about scoring option because even Lonzo knows he doesn't want to give a damn about scoring option. I don't care. As a ball fan, I don't care if Lonzo is the fourth scoring option as long as there's the number one playmaking option. You feel me? As he's the number one, say uno playmaking option, brother. That's all. And in this case, if Lonzo's gonna be the main playmaking option, as they say in the Bulls, just all I need Lonzo is to unleash UCLA Zo. Because UCLA Zo was not held captive. UCLA Zo was not told, go and sit your ass in the corner and catch and shoot. UCLA Zo was not asked to be a 3-and-D player. And let me explain this as a final thought. Because a lot of people say Lonzo's a 3-and-D player. You need a man of reality. Let me give you playing style. Jalen Green is a 3-level scorer. But he has the capability to be a dynamic inside-out scorer. Right? Cade Cunningham, who's seen as a well-rounded player, right? He's capable of being a playmaking shot creator. But fools will say, well, he's a playmaking shot creator that like LeBron. He's not. He's a hybrid forward. Now, we move on to Lamelo Ball, who's seen as a playmaking shot creator. He's a well-rounded point guard that I will say LaMelo is more of a what I call a 3-level scorer or a 3-level playmaker. That 3-level scoring playmaker that's capable of being a playmaking shot creator. Lonzo is not a 3-and-D player. I can say he's a 3-and-D playmaker, but he's not. He's a two-way 3-and-D playmaker. He's very accurate. But I would just say he's a two-way playmaker that's capable of playing 3-and-D. There are players like that in the NBA. James Harden is a 3-level scorer, but they will call him a playmaking shot creator or an inside-out scorer. Kevin Durant, 3-level scorer, but people will see him as an inside-out scorer or a scoring machine. LeBron James, we will say he's a slashing playmaker, but he's not. He's a well-rounded forward that can do a little bit of everything. He can dunk, he can slash, he can shoot the three, he can hit you in the mid-range, he can hit you in the post. And correction on the Melo part when I said he's a well-rounded. LaMelo is just a hybrid combo guard. Yeah, he's a hybrid combo guard that's capable of being a playmaking shot creator. That's for the fix. Now, why did I bring that up? Because a lot of people would say Lonzo's a 3-and-D player. He's not. You can call him a 3-and-D playmaker, a two-way 3-and-D playmaker, but I'll call him a playmaking, a two-way playmaker, like a Rondo or like a Rajon Rondo type player, like a Rajon Rondo, Jason Kidd like player. That's what I see Lonzo as. I know I say Lonzo reminds me of a John Stockton. If you really look at John Stockton's game and you say, well, John Stockton passed to one player, look at John Stockton's game again and tell me what it is. He's a playmaker, capable of being a 3 and D, that can shoot the three. He can play defense. He can pass the ball. And it's pretty good. But Jason Kidd is the right comparison because he's not the greatest. He's not going to be the greatest 3-point shooter, but his playmaking is so elite that you cannot ask for it. And I'm not gonna put him over CP3 or anybody else. He's like those guys are better than him. But what I will say is that his intelligence level on the court is there. It's just that this season, I don't care about what you practice off the court. I've been seeing you work on your inside game. Dude, I need to see you do that on the court. Enough of these shenanigans. We don't want to see another Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is the guy that will work on threes every offseason and will not shoot a single three in a single season. This man would average 0.5 threes a game. That's how bad it is. And that's attempts. Forget makes. Attempts. Sad. I'm not even talking about Lonzo here. I'm talking Ben Simmons. Lonzo needs to stop trying to pull a Ben Simmons where I'm going to work to a certain degree and next thing you know, oh, I don't pull it off in the game. I need to see you pulling off in the game. You're in a team that's willing to give you the 100% green light to do what you are created to do. That's what I want to see in you. I want to see the Lonzo Ball that can say, you know what? I'm the point guard. Let me be a point guard. Let me run the play. Let me run this set. Let me run this play right here. Like, DeMar, you go here. Zach LaVine, you go here. Patrick Williams, you stay here. Or Patrick Williams, come set the screen for me. Vucevic, you go in the paint. I need to see that leadership. Magic Johnson said he drafted Lonzo to be a leader in the locker room, a playmaker. And I want to see that Lonzo. I want to see that Lonzo Magic Johnson be saying he is. As a Lonzo fan, I'm not going to sugarcoat things because I'm a fan of his. A lot of y'all be thinking, oh, he dick rides Lonzo so bad. No. I realistically just look at Lonzo and say, yeah, he's that dude. But at this point, Lonzo, you're going in this season. You're going in this season and do you. I need you to put everything you've been trained into action, everything you've practiced this offseason, because this time you actually had a full offseason. So no more excuses. You've been working on your inside-out game, your dribbling, your behind between the legs, all that stuff. You already have a step-back game. You were working on your playmaking, even your no-look passing. You were working on that. I'm happy about that. But now, I need to see you consistently do that in the game. That's all I ask from Lonzo. I don't want to see another Ben Simmons situation. Because, you see, one thing I hate about Ben Simmons is his work ethic. He has no work ethic. I don't care what anyone says. He has no work ethic. In my view, Ben Simmons has no work ethic. Zero. Mindset, nothing. Nada. It's like he has no mindset to work hard. It's like, well, I don't really need a jump shot. Dude, we're not even asking you to be an elite three-point shooter. Look at Lonzo. He's not even an elite three-point shooter, bro. Like, I'm sorry. He's not elite. He's not in the Curry range. But he can shoot enough for the defense to respect him. We're asking you to even be below Lonzo level and just be able to shoot the ball. That's all. We're not asking you to pull up from three-point range. We're not asking that all the time. We're asking you to be able to shoot. We're asking you to have your mindset ready so that when you're going up against low point guards, you booming on their asses. But no, Ben Simmons want to be, yeah, you know what? You take the ball. I don't care. Isn't this the same guy that when his teammates were saying that, yeah, we got the Hawks next? What did he say? He said, yeah, you got all time. That's how confident he was. You think I'm lying? Go and do the research yourself. He said it in a stream. He said, it's Tobias Harris told him that, yeah, we're playing the Sixers next. Next thing he said, yeah, you got all the time in the world. That's basically saying, yeah, they're trash. We can easily beat them. It's light work. That's Ben Simmons for you. That's Ben Simmons, literal Ben Simmons for you. Like, I'm not lying. This is all being research. It's just that sometimes I may not pull the sources there, but you do your research for yourself. Ben Simmons literally told his team, you got all time when he was playing the Hawks. He was intimidated by a mini point guard that he cannot dunk on his ass. He cannot post the guy. He cannot do the things he's known to do because he's afraid of a little guy. And that fear is what really got him out of it. Sometimes it's good to have a work ethic, but to me, Ben Simmons has no work ethic. He's gonna have to prove me wrong because I'm seeing a guy draining threes in practice, but in the real game, he doesn't have anything to show for it because the only thing he can do is just go in the basket, rim run, and that's it. Even Giannis himself, that's so bad at shooting threes, can still shoot threes enough for the defense to not leave him open. Defense will still leave Giannis open for three, but people know he can shoot that thing. We're telling Ben Simmons, shoot to a Giannis like level. That's all we asked him to do. Shoot a three to a Giannis level. Where you just gonna pull up that three and that's all. We're not asking for you to go and pop a three in people's faces. And for Lonzo, just do what you've been drafted for. Ben Magic said, I drafted Lonzo to be a leader, a playmaker. Do that. I need to see leadership from Lonzo. I'm sick and tired of Lonzo not being demanding enough. Go at him and say, this is what you have to do. Let me do this. Lonzo's first All-Star experience. Now about All-Star, you're not making it, bro. I'm sorry. The team is too stacked for him to even be an All-Star. It's gonna be a miracle to see Lonzo in the All-Star game with the roster he has. If it was Charlotte, I'll be like, yeah, it's light work because Lamelo's gonna make him look good. That's how it is. Merci beaucoup.